This is the future.
Today is January 11, 2024. It is 12:14 a.m. Today's recording will be on this channel, our part of Pure Service. If you are not aware, I have another channel, actually two other channels, Pure YTE and Pure Team Sussex. Both of them focus on the Sussexes and things that they do, mostly gossiping and things that the squad are talking about on Twitter. And sometimes I bring politics and different things that is very interesting. And I hope you could go and check it out. If you are a Sussex fan, you could subscribe, because I try to put a video daily and to keep you guys informed on some of the things the squads are talking about. And this video, however, it's not really technically charity kind of things, but Harry being recognized Harry as his work in aviation. So I thought I'll put it here instead. Okay, so this is my back end, which I usually do on most of my recording, and I'm not in the monetization program, but I'm close to there. So that's that. So let's go on Twitter. All right, so I'm gonna start with this tweet, and then I'm gonna go and share with you what living legend of aviation is. And there's some other things that were mentioned in the other one. I started reading them so to see what to share with you, and then I'll look into Kiddie Hawk Air Academy, and there's a possibility I might read 3 articles here. I already know which one I'm gonna share with you to see how close they are in terms of reporting the things. Or if I don't finish read all of the articles, the links will be in the description. So I already have them here. This is everything you will see in the description. I'm just gonna copy and paste it. Okay, there's the Kiddie Hawk Academy website, the links and everything. Okay, so let's get started. So this is how I found out that Harry have been honored to receive the award. Okay, so let's read this. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, to be inducted into the living legends of aviation alongside other remarkable aviators Fred George, Mark Parent, and Steve Hinton. Helicopter pilot and humanitarian among distinguished honorees at the 21st Annual Awards. Beverly Hills, California, January 10, 2024. PR Newswire. The 21st Annual Living Legend Aviation Awards, to be held on Friday, January 19, 2024, will honor those who have made significant contributions to aviation, aerospace. John Travolta, the official ambassador of aviation, will host, and the Living Legend of Aviation are excited to welcome 4 new remarkable inductees to their ranks. Okay, so let's read about them here. Fred George, a Navy pilot with over 300 career landings and now a world-renowned aviation writer. Very interesting. Which one is he? Okay. Mark Parent, appointed president and CEO of CAE in 2009, has held the company's growth beyond simulation products to include training and support services for commercial and business aviation. Steve Hinton, an American aviator who held a world speed record from 1979, so I'm assuming this is him, to 1989. He has flown as a pilot for film since 1977, working on 100 motion pictures and TV production. Okay, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, a British Army veteran and pilot with 10 years military service, flying training missions in the US, UK, and Australia, as well as combat mission in Afghanistan, saving the lives of allies, forces, and countless civilians, and creator of the Invictus game for wounded service members and veterans around the world. I like the way they really describe him. Okay, so with that being said, let's look at what is living legend of aviation. Okay, even though this sort of tells you a little bit, but when I was reading the Wikipedia, there were some really good and interesting things that I came across, where it used to be held in Colorado, and then because of weather, they move it to California. so they could have good weather. All right, so let me read some of them here. The Living Legend of Aviation is an award honoring achievements in the aerospace industry bestowed by the 128 current title holders and owned and produced by Kiddie Air Academy. This is why I went to look what's Kiddie Air Academy. The link of their website will be in the description. A non-profit 501c3, I believe is the same tax code as Archewell. The Living Legend, and remember, Archewell is a non-profit and a for-profit organization. So, but anyway, let's focus on this. The Living Legend have all made significant contributions to many areas of aviation, including innovators, record breakers, astronauts, aviation entrepreneurs, industry leaders, and celebrity pilots. Okay, so he's among some really good companies here. Astronaut, wow. The 21st Living Legend of Aviation Awards, honoring the best in aviation for 2022-2023, will be presented on January 19, 2024 at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills, California, where they have been held annually since 2007. Okay. Jerry Lips, publisher of Airport Journals, came up with the idea of the Living Legend of Aviation at the time of the death of Michael Chaudhry, founder of Atlas Air. Airport Journals had been collecting and publishing biographies of various aviation personalities, and Jerry regretted not having captured Chaudhry's history. He began to compile a list of individuals that had made major contributions in the field of aviation, and had those people suggest more names until 70 were collected. These were the biographies that were to be recorded while the individuals were still living. The list has grown over the years to its present number of 128. Wow. As legends pass on, they are replaced by new inductees selected by their fellow legends. Jerry Lips founded the Living Legend of Aviation in 2003 with the charter of celebrating the second century aerospace. In 2008, Kiddie Air Academy acquired the right to the organization, an annual award show from previous Honor Airport Journals. Oh, so that's how they got into that. Okay, so they get the name in 2008. All right, so these are some lists of inductees. All right, you could go and look for it, but this is the one that I want to read and then go to the next one. Beginning in 2003, an award show has been organized each year to bring together the Living Legend members for a variety of events. The awards are presented at a prestigious live ceremony, most commonly in mid-January following the relevant calendar year. In 2003, the first Living Legend of Aviation Awards were presented at the banquet dinner hosted by Airport Journals at the Centennial Airport in Englewood, Colorado. To avoid, this is the part here that got me, to avoid any weather-related issues, because they usually have snowstorm and all of that in Colorado. In 2006, the venue was moved to Southern California and held at the Hyatt Regency Century Plaza Hotel in Los Angeles. Since 2007, the awards have been presented at the Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills, California. In 2018, the inaugural Living Legend of Aviation Europe event was held on July 26, 2018 at the Scalaria Hotel and Resort in, let's see if I could read that. Okay, let's just say in Austria. In 2021, the award show was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. All right, so there's more. You could go on Wikipedia and look up for Living Legend Aviation. So now let's go to Kiddie Air Academy. Let's see what it is about. I'm not gonna go over the entire website. The link will be in the description. Okay, where is it? About us. So let's see here. The Kiddie Air Academy is a non-profit 501c3 organization dedicated to introducing, educating, and sparking children's interest in aviation. The Kiddie Hawk trainee gives children aged 4 to 9 a sense of flight, albeit only a few feet off the ground. It is the mission of the Kiddie Hawk Air Academy to give children the spark they need to help create the next generation of aviators and aviation legends, while teaching them the importance of academic excellence to reach their aviation dreams. Our volunteers travel to schools, camps, museums, hospitals, and aviation events where they have children interact with the trainers, airplane components, models, and speak to them about basic concepts and flight and aviation careers. Our volunteers are often active members of the aviation community and include retired pilots, aviation enthusiasts, and former educators. Okay, so they don't just send just anybody. So these are people who really love what they do. Okay, so the link will be in the description. So this is what Kiddie Hawk Air Academy is all about. So now let's go into this. These are the articles that talks about it. I'm gonna go to people first. No thanks. Let's see if I could see it. Okay. Again, the link will be in the description. Okay. Prince Harry to be honored as a living legend. Oh, before I start this, there's something I want to share with you actually. Some tweets regarding Harry's resume. All right. So let's go to that. I read that already. So let's go to the tweet that mentioned about Harry. Okay, so this you probably seen it before. All right, so to give you a background of Harry's resume, long list of resume of things that he's done.
I'd now like to introduce Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, who's a humanitarian, mental wellness advocate, environmentalist, and military veteran. As co-founder of Archewell, he is focused on driving systemic change across all communities through nonprofit work as well as creative activations. The mission across Archewell, which currently includes Archewell Foundation, Archewell Productions, and Archewell Audio, is united behind the deeply held belief that compassion is the defining cultural force of the 21st century. In fact, Prince Harry has dedicated his life's work to advancing causes that he is passionate about. He is the founder of the Invictus Games, a platform for wounded, injured, and sick service personnel to use sport as part of their rehabilitation, something I know a little about, as well as Travelist, a nonprofit entity comprised of several of the largest online travel agencies in the world. Additionally, he co-founded Santa Bali with his dear friend, Prince Seso of Lesotho, in memory of their mother's charitable work in combating the HIV crisis, and serves as president of the African Parks, a non-governmental organization focused on protecting Africa's ecosystems in partnership with local communities and governments. He was named Chief Impact Officer at Better Up, a world-class coaching platform that helps people everywhere achieve their own version of peak performance, and serves on the Aspen Institute Commission on Information Disorder, which brought together critical voices across public, private, and civil society landscape to respond to today's mis- and disinformation crisis. Prince Harry served in the British Army for 10 years, rising to the rank of captain and undertaking 2 tours in Afghanistan, and I must say it's been my absolute privilege to work with him. Prince Harry, over to you, sir.
All right. So that was Harry's resume. Now, I'm not going to go to all of the tweets, okay? Because I've shared this before and we've seen some comments here already. I probably will not share this. All right, so let's go to the next tweet that pretty much illustrate what Harry has been doing. Okay. It's a minute. Is that the one? Yeah. All right, let's listen to this one. It's a minute and 29 seconds. Oh, that was
Harry wowing a crowd while flying his Apache helicopter in an aerial display show this weekend. ABC's Lama Hassan has the story for us.
The fighter pilot Prince is used to flying his Apache chopper, fighting the enemy on the front lines in Afghanistan. But he's never done anything like this before.
This is a very complex maneuver.
For the first time ever, Prince Harry's hair-raising stunt, wowing the crowd. Watch this jaw-dropping, death-defying stunt. Harry weaves in and out, flipping the chopper almost all the way on its back. Watch the video again as the warrior prince cheats gravity. And little did the crowd know who the man behind the wheel is.
In case there's anybody who hadn't realised who Captain Wales is, it's really Prince Harry.
The crowd shocked. The announcer had to say it again.
So there you have Prince Harry demonstrating in front of you.
Showing off his stunts before landing the chopper safely. Oh, Harry, your talents are limitless. For Good Morning America, Lama Hassan, ABC News, London.
Okay, so that's that. Some images during that time. Alright, so I have another tweet that illustrates his work. Oh no, these are just the squad messing around. Alright, so there's this here. Could someone check on that bitter, unhinged older brother at the palace? I have a feeling he's in the midst of a tantrum right now. Alright, so this one is 51 seconds. Showing Harry's why he's receiving that award. This is the thing he's done.
Tom de la Rue, who was Harry's commander in the Army Air Corps, said Captain Wales, to give him his official title, had reached the pinnacle of flying excellence and was an inspiration to the officers and soldiers he worked alongside. Harry began the Apache course in 2010, taking 18 months to complete the training, and he was a star even then, picking up the prize for Best Co-Pilot Gunner. He became a fully operational Apache attack helicopter pilot in 2012, and just 6 months later went on to his first operational tour of Afghanistan. In July 2013, he became an Apache aircraft commander, but now he's stepping aside. His new role will see him helping to coordinate major projects and commemorative army events in London. Tom de la Rue, who was Harry's commander in the Army.
It's playing again. So now let's go to the articles that I said I wanted to share with you. I read this. I shared this with you already. Everything, the links will be in the description. And now there's People magazine. Okay. Prince Harry to be honored as a living legend of aviation, and John Travolta is hosting. Because John Travolta fly helicopters, airplane and stuff like that too. Okay, John Travolta famously danced with Prince Harry's mother, Princess Diana, at the White House. Okay, so this one, January 10, 2024. Prince Harry is flying into a special group. The Duke of Sussex, 39, is among the 4 people who will be inducted at the 21st Annual Living Legend of Aviation Awards in Beverly Hills on January 19. It was announced on Wednesday. The event, hosted by John Travolta, will honor those who have made significant contribution to aviation aerospace. This looks small. Yeah, that was small. Oh my goodness. It wasn't even 100. It was like 60 or something. In terms of... but anyway, let's continue. Prince Harry served as a helicopter pilot during his military service in the British Army, flying training missions in the US, UK, and Australia, as well as combat mission in Afghanistan. He was awarded his flying wings in 2010 following completion of the 8 months Army pilot course with the Army Aviation Center, learning to fly the Firefly fixed-wing aircraft and Squirrel helicopter, and accumulating approximately 220 flying hours. Harry spent 3.5 years in training and operational service with the Apache Force during his time with the Army Air Corps, winning the prize for Best Co-Pilot Gunner during training and becoming a fully operational Apache pilot in February 2012. Okay. The living legend of aviation also praised Prince Harry as the creator of the Invictus Game and Paralympic-style sporting competition for wounded service personnel and veterans. Speaking exclusively with People around the release of his memoir Spare last year, the Duke of Sussex talked about his experience in the Army and his deeply personal work with service members. I don't know that you ever fully reconcile the painful element of being at war. This is something each soldier has to confront, and the nearly 2 decades of working alongside service personnel and veterans, I've listened to their stories and have shared mine, Prince Harry told people. Yeah, he talked about it on Obama Foundation.
What helped you to understand that position that you were in?
Spending 10 years in the military was one.
And what did that do for you?
I think I wouldn't say it changed my outlook on life, but there were certainly experiences that I went through during those 10 years that not only was I surrounded by normal people on a day-to-day basis and being able to share and talk about everyday issues that they were going through, but it was a grounding moment for me as well. You know, wearing the same uniform as all of the people that I was serving with, getting an opportunity to serve your country on operations, but also being part of a family. And that's not just the guys and the girls that were wearing the uniform, but also the wives, the girlfriends, the kids. That whole network of support was huge. But I think my understanding of service and duty became really, really ingrained, or it was given to me by my service in the military, because that's what it's all about. And you're taking young people from some of the most deprived cities and towns across the UK for the British Armed Forces, and I know it's the rest for the rest of the world as well. But you're taking some people who've had some really, really hard upbringings and hard backgrounds, and you're training them to be ambassadors. You're training them to be fighters, but you're training them to be brothers in arms with each other as well. And I think that's an incredibly powerful tool to be able to do. And I have a huge amount of respect for anybody, whatever their background is, to be able to serve your country like that.
In this conversation, we often talk about the parts of our service that haunt us, the lives lost, the lives taken, but also the parts of our service that heal us, and lives we've saved, he added. Fellow inductees this year include Navy pilot Fred George, President and CEO of CAE, formerly Canadian Aviation Electronics, Mark Parent, and Stephen Hinton, an American aviator who held a world speed record from 1979 to 1989. Lauren Sanchez will also receive the Eileen Halvorsen Vertical Flight Hall of Fame Award. This year's stars-studded event will also include William Shatner, Kenny G. Kurt Russell, and others. Okay, so these are other things here. So I was gonna look for the pictures. Now that I know it's there, okay, I don't have to look for it. So there's John Travolta dancing with Princess Diana. Full circle. In addition to their shared interest in aviation, Prince Harry and Travolta may connect over memories of Princess Diana. Travolta, 69, oh my God, he's already 69, famously twirled around the dance floor with Harry's late mother at a 1985 White House state dinner hosted by then President Ronald Reagan and First Lady Nancy Reagan. There they are in the background here. May they all rest in peace. Okay. Speaking with Esquire Mexico in 2021, Travolta admitted that he hadn't prepared to dance with the royal. Quote, "I didn't think they asked me to dance with her. I had the great privilege and honor of doing so, and I thought there must be a reason for doing this, and I better give it my all," he revealed. "That means lead the dance well and make sure we have fun." That was the easy part, but just the fact of greeting Diana appropriately, being confident, and asking her to dance was a complicated task. The actor said that the experience felt like a fairy tale that he will continue to remember for decades to come. Think of the setting. We were at the White House. It's midnight. The stage is like a dream. I approach her, touch her shoulder, invite her to dance, he said. He spun around and gives me that captivated smile, just a little sad, and accept my invitation. And there we were, dancing together as if it were a fairy tale. He added, who could ever imagine something like that will happen to them someday? I was smart enough to stamp it in my memory as a very special magical moment. Wow. That's nice. All right, so let's see here. So that was pretty decent. Okay, they went into Travolta's thing as well. Let's see how long. Okay, so this one is not that long, so I'll read everything. Prince Harry to be honored as living legend of aviation, January 10, 2024. The Daily Beast. Okay, Prince Harry, who served as helicopter pilot in the British Army including flying combat mission in Afghanistan, will be one of inductees at the 21st Annual Living Legend of Aviation Award in Beverly Hills on January 19. Harry completed 2 tours of Afghanistan as a forward air controller and Apache helicopter pilot and flew training mission in the UK, US, and Australia. A statement on the event website said, quote, Prince Harry is a humanitarian military veteran, mental health advocate, and environmentalist. He has dedicated his life to advance causes that he is passionate about and that bring about permanent change for people and places. Fellow, end quote, by the way, fellow inductees include Navy pilot Fred George, president and CEO of CAE, formerly Canadian Aviation Electronics, Mark Parents, and record-breaking American aviator Stephen Hinton. Lawrence Sanchez will receive the Ealing Alverson Vertical Flight Hall of Fame Award. Harry told People last year, okay, so I think that's the same thing here, that he and other veterans, quote, often talk about the parts of our service that haunt us, the life lost, the lives taken, but also the part of our service that heal us and the lives we've saved. The host at the January 19 event will be John Travolta, who famously danced with Harry's mom, Princess Diana, at a White House event in 1985. Okay. Okay, so they took some part from the People magazine, the one that I read completely. So this is the last one I'll be reading. Okay. A lot of ads. I guess that's why they wanted people to read it. Okay. Prince Harry will be inducted into Living Legend of Aviation for his time as a military helicopter pilot. Okay, Caitlin Simpson, January 10, 2024. All right. Prince Harry. Okay, I don't want to get black for this. Prince Harry to receive a special award for the service as a military helicopter pilot. The Duke of Sussex, 39, was announced on Wednesday, January 10, as one of the honorees for the 21st Annual Living Legend Aviation Award. The ceremony will be held on January 19 and will be hosted by John Travolta. Okay, the whole point for me reading 3 different things was to see how, how do they report it. But it seems like the main one, thank God I read the first one, is this one that pretty much like the foundation, that really start from scratch, the original, but everything else is copying from People magazine. That's what I see here. So if you want to read more about it, feel free to read more. All right, but that's pretty much it. I will not share any tweets. Well, maybe some tweet, we'll see. Maybe the squad will be talking about this for days to come. But I wanted to put this on this channel instead of my Autism Sussex or PYTE. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will try to do more videos for this channel about some of the charities that Harry and Meghan Archewell pretty much have worked with and things like that. I just haven't had time, okay? But this one, I wanted to put it here. Alright, so thank you for watching.
Evolution.
This is the future.